Hello, everybody, and welcome into the SFA Season 15 Week 5 BearCave games. We are here on a beautiful Sunday morning for an early game day. And the beautiful part about early game days now with the new recruiting is that you don't have to wait till tonight for recruiting. It should be posted right after games. So that is a big W. If you're new here, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You do not need the game. Currently, we are running on NCAA 14 revamped, but we are hoping to move to the new game when it drops in 2 months. However, you can jump in, claim your team, set your playbook, set your depth charts, hire coordinators. You can recruit players. You can participate in our server games, including a fully functional sports book, as well as a fully functional stock market economy. And as always, if you are watching live, you might run into some ads because we are affiliated. If you don't want to miss out on any of the action, drop a Twitch Prime, as you won't have ads, and you help support the National Championship Trophy and Care Package that I send to the coach that wins it all. Just make sure you guys can hear and see the stream before we get started. And as always, check out our friends over at Home Field Apparel, #1 college apparel brand out there. They also do like racing, baseball, hockey, all different sports for your colleges. So check them out. Use code SFA, and if you are a returning customer, you can use our affiliate code or affiliate link as well. And finally, if you want even more content between our 5-day streaming schedule, you can check out our Instagram, Simulated Football Association, and post some daily media stories over there. Or you can check out patreon.com/the SFA, get access to additional watch party game day and the playoff push podcast as well every week. So without further ado, let's get on into it. We have a great slate of games set up for you guys today, and we're going to start out with the MAC. Ohio Mania is going nutty. We got Coach Blazing, and we've got Coach Howard Black. So let me know, Blazing gets priority if he's here on heads and tails, kick or receive, and we'll get right on into it. If you don't know what BearCave is, we take the 10 best games of the week and we watch them simmed live. And if it's close at the end, we will jump in to see how it finishes. And after this, we also have game day coming up. We got UTSA and North Texas, so a trip down to the Conference USA. Okay, I don't see Blazing, so Coach Black, I saw you. If you want heads or kick, let me know, or kick or receive, let me know. So we'll go with Ohio on this one. Number 22 in the country, taking the world by storm. And, oh, he's present. Well, slightly late there, sir. Alrighty, so this game, if you're following the sports book, it is a 45.5 over under and a 12-point favorite here for Ohio. Also for BearCave, and then the BearCave prop we're following is James Callahan rushing yards. He is currently the Heisman leader. Will he get over or under 174.5? That is just a ridiculous stat line to think about. And we are here. Ohio Mania is strong. I was always going to skip the UI so that we get our UI. We're at Peden Stadium. We had both of these teams beat Ole Miss this season. So interesting start to say the least. Howard Black wanted kick. All right, and he will get that wish. All right, so we'll see what today has in store for us here, folks. First quarter here in Ohio. Quick touchdown for the Bobcats, but Kent State responds. They have been reeling since the new coach came in. Second quarter, Ohio adds another. They add another. Oh, my. Oh, baby, a 28-point quarter on your dome with a missed field goal, so 27. Here comes Ohio, 41. Oh, this is a bloodbath, 41-10 as we enter the fourth quarter. It's looking like an Ohio cover to start the day. As always in the fourth quarter, we go a little bit slower, see if they can come back. They are. I mean, it's 3 scores. Anything's possible, but that is probably going to be the dagger, and that is going to do it here. Ohio goes to 5-0. That second quarter absolutely cooked them here. As oh baby, Terry Tompkins, the fullback, the transfer from Ohio State, got a tutty. And what? I don't see any touchdowns from our guy. They were all passing today. So Nolan Figs was on one today here, as he got 6 touchdowns. Nolan Figs, the SFA player. Oh baby, 300 yards, 6 tutties, 1 INT. Terry Tompkins and Callahan goes way under. Did not expect that. So Callahan probably going to fall out of the Heisman race after that one. So Kent State may not have won, but they definitely took a chunk out of Ohio. As we look further here, a couple of TFLs. 3 sacks today for Aaron Meyer. Interception from SFA player Robbie Carmichael, former Nebraska Cornhusker. And a fumble for this guy. So Aaron Meyer, breakout game. And then we'll check on Kent State. George Alvarez went 1-1. Had a decent day. 41%. You'd like a little bit better than that. Not great on the ground. Remember, this guy's just starting out, so taking over a very bad team. Drew Hunter got one interception. Joel Watkins, a lot of opportunities for interceptions that they dropped, and that will do it here. All right, as always, I take a second to get my player of the game screenshot. So I don't know if you guys can see my cursor or not when I do this. But Ohio wins. All right, so quick start. That's an Ohio cover that continues the trend of recent weeks that we've had with a lot of covers happening. So next up, we're going to take a trip over to the Pac-12. And, I mean, the Pac-12, if you saw the conference rankings, they fell well behind the Sun Belt this week, as this conference is in a bit of a shambles. Washington's not playing well this year. So Stanford is is the only remaining unbeaten team in the conference, taking on Coach Cam. So Cam, let me see. So I doubt MLB rules this year. Yeah, no. All right, so we'll go with Cam. He wants receive. So big opportunity to take down Stanford here. This is a 3-point favorite for the Cardinal. 51.5 over under. And we're looking at the SFA 5-star. He was redshirted last season, but this is the first opportunity for us to see Levi Kazaruni, the SFA quarterback. Will he throw an interception for Stanford? Arizona got a big win last week against Oregon State. That came down to the end. It was a defensive masterclass. No cursor. Gotcha. So let's see. Stanford had a down year last year and then made the playoff a couple years before. And we got rain here in Tucson. Back in Tucson for a second straight week. Much like the Cyhawk game last week, a trip to Tucson just feels right here in the SFA. Had a couple seasons without it. We're glad to have it back. So here we go. The Tucson Titty Twister may or may not be on the field today. And we are off. First quarter. Can Arizona shock the world? Wouldn't be much of a shock, but we'll give Cam his flowers. 3-0 here for the Cardinal after the first quarter in the rain. Arizona goes up 7. Another bit of a defensive battle like last week, but here comes Arizona, the underdog. A 35-point quarter on your dome. Stanford is in shambles. Desmond Stryker, where you at? Chop Bogtrotter, the 5-star players on this defense getting worked. Holy Toledo, Arizona, and a fumble. We're in the fourth quarter. It's pretty much over. 49. Arizona absolutely going nutty here. And that will do it. 49-17, an Arizona outright victory. All right, not a lot of close games, but a bit of a shock here. Luigi Greenberg, Davis. Levi Kazaruni throws a couple of tutties, but that's how it goes. Big time second quarter there. And this guy probably came in because it was a blowout. But Chad Harris had himself a day. Rushing the ball, Jameel Davis didn't do much, but got 3 touchdowns. Luigi Greenberg over 100 yards. You love to see it. SFA player. Walter Scales, a bit of a breakout game. And Craig Scotland, as always, leads the pancake path. William Robbins. A lot of TFLs here. 2 sacks. 1 interception, Perry Williams. So SFA players doing their thing, the little ones that remain, or the few that remain, I mean. All right, and did we get an interception here from Levi Kazaruni? Yes, we did. So not the best start to his career. He regressed after his redshirt year. Gary Barr, former Jet winner, over 100 yards. Couple of touchdowns. Chop Bogtrotter, SFA player, got himself a sack. Desmond Stryker didn't do too much today. 4 TFLs for Bogtrotter as well. Couple of deflections, forced fumbles, and that will do it. Welcome in, McNasty. Yeah, hide your kids from that 35-point quarter. Holy Toledo. That was a big one. Sometimes we see big-time simmed quarters. I think live, the max we've seen is the 28. But Arizona getting it done, back to 500 after a tough start. That just goes to show, no matter how down bad you can be to start the season, you can always come back. We saw it with Troy last season. Started out 0-4, won the Sun Belt. All right, next up is we're going to head to a bit of a classic. These two teams have been linked in recent years with realignment moves. We've got Notre Dame taking on Miami. Miami in a lot better spot than Notre Dame. Miami's undefeated and ranked. Notre Dame's coming off of an embarrassing loss to Mississippi State. So we'll see how this one plays out. Coach Eisen, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive. And did Eisen submit a jersey request? He did not. All right, but this game anyways is 3-point favorite for the Hurricane. And over-under is 48.5. And the line we're looking for is Anthony Cameron, the quarterback for Miami, passing yards. Over-under 274.5. So that's what we're looking at. Kick and defend right. Okay. He wants to defend right. I've never seen somebody request a defend. All right, well let's cook. 3 points. Our third best scoring offense in the country. We're here at Hard Rock Stadium. Defend right, man. He wants that right side. He knows something we don't. Dogwater maybe has the EMP in the right side of the field. All right, so kick. You did not lose the toss. Here we go. Undefeated Miami. Can they keep it rolling here? A quick touchdown for Miami. Notre Dame does respond. Notre Dame up 3, though, after 1. Miami struggling on offense. They get one back there. No, Notre Dame showing up to play. Notre Dame. This is going to be a tough second half. Down 10 for Miami. They add 1, down 3. They take the lead. Oh, 21 unanswered. As we head to the fourth quarter, here comes Notre Dame. Stevens, oh, baby, we've got a good one brewing here. 35-31. And that's going to extend it. Remember, folks, we can only jump in if it's a one-score game under 2 minutes. So we need a touchdown or something here from Notre Dame. And can they punch it in? They get 5. And yes, they do. All right, so we're going to watch it play out here as they are going to go for 2. Try to make this a 3-point game. Miami with the lead. Handoff here up the gut, and they get it. So Notre Dame has the 3 timeouts. They're down 3 points. It's currently a Miami cover. So let's watch the onside kick here. Can we... No, Nebraska fans, look away. Oh! Miami recovers it after it's bit around there a little bit. That was risky. All right, here comes Miami. A couple of first downs will win the game. Currently covering. This is Birch, the running back, who got that got the onside kick there. Notre Dame trying to avoid a 1-3 start. Be their worst start in a couple of seasons. Man in motion, 2nd and 5. Handoff here to Birch. He finds the outside. Can he get there? Yes, he does. Or it's Nick Harris. So Birch must be hurt. All right, as always, folks, we got to watch him end the game here. So probably a couple of kneel downs. No, they're going to run a real play. So Notre Dame still has a chance. Handoff, backup running back, remember. Good ball security. So they might still have a chance to get the ball back here with maybe about under 20 seconds left if they get a stop right now. Back under center. Another handoff, Harris up the gut. He pushes forward, but it's going to be a 3rd and 4. A bit long here. Clock is running. John Crimson on tackle, SFA defensive end. 70% on 3rd down is going to win you a lot of games. I formation, 2 tight ends. Notre Dame needs this desperately. Gonna watch the clock run out here in Hard Rock, home of the Orange Bowl, our CFP semifinal location. Fullback pitch. Oh no, the worst possible play to run goes nowhere. John Crimson on the tackle. Nick Harris, though, impressive. And they're going for it. So instead of just pooch kicking it inside the 20, they're going to try to end the game and risk giving Notre Dame yam range. Miami, this is risky. Coach Eisen. What can Cameron do? 4th and 8. The lefty. He's going to throw it deep. 50-50 ball incomplete. Good drop there by Jake Pendleton. And 12 seconds left here for Notre Dame. "64 yards away from Stevens. Yes, time floats that one. It's going to be intercepted. And that's going to do it. Miami's headed to 5-0. Defense came up clutch. So the independent team, with a new quarterback wearing the great Matt Barkley's number 19, they are 5-0 for the first time, I believe, since the Matt Barkley days. Unbelievable rise here from Miami. We thought they'd go down into the dumpster going independent, but they have thrived. I mean, they are a national brand. I could see this realistically happening. So a Miami cover here for those following BearCave, just barely. So we've got Ohio cover, Arizona, and Miami cover. We have not had a no cover in since week 2. Will the trend continue? Risky move there on the 4th down. Coach Eisen is the real Coach Prime. Louisville seems to be having a down year. Remember, they are in the MAC in our universe. So Birch was in for a good chunk here. But Notre Dame that 3rd quarter. So 4 touchdowns for Cameron. Under on the yardage, if you bet on that. Joe Slaughter. 10 tackles. Couple of TFLs here and there. 2 sacks. 1 interception from Paul Little. Couple of deflections and a forced fumble from Guy Smith. And Notre Dame, Warren Stevens, the redshirt senior, as they fall to 1-3. Tough scenes here if you're a Notre Dame fan, as Dan Jolly gets 3 touchdowns on the day. John Crimson, SFA player, gets 4 TFLs. No sacks for him, though. It was Jason King. Glover getting the interception. And that will do it here from Hard Rock. Players of the game, Anthony Cameron, Dan Jolly, Guy Smith, and Brian Glover as Miami wins. Guys better watch out, man. Miami is on a roll, and they have a pretty easy schedule. Very well could make the playoff here. We're going to head over to the SEC now as we get to see another undefeated team. Why is the SEC down here? All right. So Kentucky undefeated, taking on Skook and Texas A&M. Not the start they wanted to the season in the Natty last season, and now 2-2. So they need a big-time win here. So Skook, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive, as this is a 14-point favorite for the Aggies. The over-under is 54.5. And we're looking at Jackie Knight sacks. Can he get one? The left-end monster. I believe he is the current leader in career sacks in the SFA. So tough schedule for A&M. Obviously, in the SEC, it's always going to be a bit tough, as no rain here at Kyle Field this week. Coach Skook getting them ready. Love the blue checkers for Kentucky. All right, no, I don't see Skook, so we're going to kick it. Here we go. Number 15 in the nation, and no score early on. Long score there for Kentucky. A&M responds. As we continue to move on, 7-7, 14-7 now for A&M, and they extend it to 17-24. Not a good second quarter there for Kentucky. On BearCave games, man, you can't take a quarter off. They will kill you. 27-7, not much for Kentucky since they had that long play there, but they add one, only down 13 here, 2 scores. Can they get a stop? They do. It's a fumble recovery and a quick touchdown, only down 6. Here comes the Wildcats. Next possession now. It's a long one. Oh, baby. All right, so we're under 2 minutes on that extremely long touchdown. So we got to see if they can score here. And it's an interception by the number 1 recruit, Huck Hammer, as this is only a, was this 13 points? The no cover is looking strong here. And that will do it. So the no cover here for A&M. No cover. 99-yard pass here for Banks. Dan Day got himself a couple of tutties from Herky Streets. The big play was working for Kentucky, but they couldn't stop him on defense as Herky Streets gets 383 touchdowns. Osborne, 100 yards today. Ray Woods, Barber, Dan Day. Apodaca got himself 9. And no sack here for Jackie Knight, unfortunately. A lot of TFLs, though. Freddie Furman got both sacks, the SFA player. Interception, second in a row, 2 weeks in a row for the #1 recruit, Huck Hammer. Terrence Boo, SFA player, also got himself 1. Couple of deflections, Lachey Phantom. A.J. Clark as well. And for Kentucky, Jake Sharp looks like he came in. Sean Huston left after in the first quarter, so that might have impacted this game a bit. Left after just one throw. And Fifi, the SFA player, gets 10 tackles today. Gabe Green gets 4 TFLs. Interception for Alfonso Moss. And a sack for Alfonso Moss. Interception for Cook. A couple of deflections and a couple of forced fumbles. All right, Herky Streets gets player of the game. We've been very critical of his career as the starter, but he gets it done here. All right, moving right along here on BearCave today. As next up, we've got the Sickos matchup. We've got Negs taking on the Boise State Broncos and Coach Dune. So let's go over to the SEC. Vanderbilt and Boise. And hold on, what was the jersey request for you guys? Vanderbilt wants the wackiest shit I can find. And Coach Dune said also the wackiest shit you can find. All right, so let's... You do not want to give the colorblind guy full reign, folks. It's not what you want to do. Alright, well, I think any great what the fuck is a tribute helmet, right? Alright, we'll go battle ready. That's pretty disgusting, I would think. And for Boise State, I don't know what would be wacky about this. I mean, I guess going all orange and black and then messing up the helmet is pretty gross. Do you have like a weird colored helmet? Alright, I guess just the white script is the grossest we can go. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I don't see Negs, so We're gonna go with Dune. Kick or receive. Here we go. Now, for those of you guys watching, this is a 4-point favorite for Boise State, 49.5 over under. And Sterling Charbonneau, the tight end for Boise State, will he get a touchdown? He had a great practice this week on Patreon. We'll see what he does. Oh, yeah, these are disgusting. And Coach Dune wants to kick and defend right. Kick or defend right. All right. I guess that's what we're doing. Defend right is the new meta. Here we go. The blue turf. Oh yeah, these are gross, Matt. Oh god. I like the jerseys. The battle ready jerseys are good. All right, so we'll just let you defend right here. And Vanderbilt still wanted to receive. Oh no. All right, here we go. First quarter. Boise State starts out with a touchdown. 14-0. We may not even get to see the jerseys. Vanderbilt needs to score. They get 3. Oh, they get a long one before halftime. All right, coming back here is Vandy. Third quarter. Very 50-50 game. Currently a cover here for Boise. No score there in the third quarter. And Boise adds 7, so currently covering. We're going to go one play at a time here for Vanderbilt. Can they mount a drive? No, they cannot. So they're going to punt it away. Can Boise give them the dagger? 3rd and 6. We jump in. It's down a score. Here we go. We get the... Oh, this is disgusting. Empty set here for Ike Deason. Running, and he can't get it. So timeout here. We'll see if they can hit the onside. They're going for it. They're not kicking the field goal. Chance for Vandy. Charbonneau, number 86. Deason floats that, and it's caught by Charbonneau. He hangs on. Sterling Charbonneau. Bang. What a catch. Handoff now. This is not Ahmad Six-Toe, but he's going to get a touchdown. Lawrence Cade, the transfer fullback from Arizona, gives them the 2-score lead. What is happening? Gotta write that highlight down. What the heck? All right. So we're back to 2 scores. So it's going to be just play at a time here unless Vanderbilt scores. And doesn't look like it. So that is going to be a Boise State cover. What in the world was that game? So, all right, Charbonneau got himself the touchdown. So if you bet on that, you're welcome. And we got a punt now here for Vanderbilt, a punt return, and a fullback run. So Ike Deason, 50 or 47%. I feel like, isn't that 50? No, 18 is 50%. No, 17 is 50%. It's too early. All right, Six-Toe, he had 28 carries, 107 on the ground. We'll have to check on an injury tomorrow, but Lawrence Cade gets himself a touchdown run. Receiving, Charbonneau, only 4 catches, 24 yards, but he made 2 critical ones. Dave Lee got himself a sack. Interception for Paul Harrison. And for Vanderbilt, we got Craig Jeffries, SFA player, 13 of 33, 109, and an interception. Timothy Stevenson only got 68 on the ground. Just was not their day here. Couple of TFLs, though. A lot of sacks. They got 4 sacks today. Kept them in this game. Deflections, Marcus Golden, Ben Dixon. And that will do it here from Boise. All right, players of the game time. Remember, folks, VODs will be available later today, and highlights will be available tomorrow. So we got a Boise State cover. All right, now before we get to the right side of the graphic, we got to do the Patreon game of the week, which is Texas Tech taking on Missouri. So, Coach Pizza Time, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And then, Coach Tribe as well, if you're here. Nope, Pizza's here. So, heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 6.5 point favorite for Mizzou. 51.5 over under. And we're looking for Cabo Banfield deflections. Now, for jerseys, it looks like... What do we got? All black for Pizza Time, and then Tribe is going to go all yellow. I forgot. I have to do the home team first. Alright, so let's get a yellow helmet here. A lot of white tigers. There we go. Gold tiger here. Like this, like that. Ooh, that is crispy. All right, now for Texas Tech, we're gonna go black. All right, we got the all blacks versus the all gold. So tails and kick. All right, here we go. Texas Tech. Big chance here for Pizza Time to get a signature win in conference. Missouri having to... They're on a bit of a roll since stumbling to UAB, so this could be a trap game here at home. Gotta bring your A game. The matchup to watch in this game is Kenny Garrison and Cabo Banfield, the corner. For Rott Field. And what do you say? You want tails and kick, all right. Missouri wanted to receive anyways, all right. A lot of receive today. All right, can Pizza Time get his first Big 12 victory today? They start off with a 3-0 lead, but they give up a tutty as he head to the second quarter. Couple long drives on either side. Bit of a low-scoring game thus far. Only field goals and, oh no, couple of big plays there for Missouri. Can Texas Tech bounce back? They are down. It's not looking good. 30-6. No! Not a good middle of this game for Texas Tech. Come on. 30-6. Just nothing doing. They're going to add 3. And the fat lady's singing here in Missouri. 33-6. So that's going to be a Missouri cover. So Morton getting a couple pass touchdowns today and a run. All right, it was all Morton today. $13 of 34 is just not going to get it done. 38% completion percentage. Rushing the ball, they couldn't do anything either on the ground. Kenny Garrison, 3 catches, 39 yards. Couple of TFLs, though. Defense looked to play pretty well for the most part. No extracurriculars, though. Couple of deflections and no fumbles. B.J. Morton, 19 of 31, 306, 3 touchdowns, settling in after transferring from Illinois. Cyrus Disco over 100 yards, but got sniped or got vultured by P.J. Morton. Sandra Lindano, 88, Rich Kane, 94. Caden Sanker, former ECU Pirate, 10 pancakes. And Yaz Sussy, SFA player, leads tackles, leads TFLs. Sack here for Robinson. No interceptions and deflections. Cabo Banfield does not get one today. Forced fumble and a recovery from Julian Bryant. And that will do it from Columbia. Cancun Benchfield. Yeah, not a... Deflections are hard to come by when the opposing quarterback's throwing 38%. All right, Missouri. Actually, they should be easy to come by if he's throwing 38%. Backwards logic there. All right, as we move on now to the right side of the graphic, let's see if we get some more close games. We got Arkansas taking on Oklahoma State. So a chance to see Coach Fed. If you're here, let me know. Head or kick or receive as you are the home team. Arkansas is good on paper despite having a couple bad seasons. They are actually higher overall than Oklahoma State. So interesting stuff here. So Coach Fed, if you're here, receive or kick. Here we go. If you're betting on this game, though, this is a 2.5-point favorite for the Cowboys, and we're looking at Tyreek Asher, one of the best receivers in the country. Will he get 2? As we got rain here in Stillwater, oh boy. Woo Pig Suey time. Yes, sir. Got some go pokes. Very high in Oklahoma State, despite Baylor shocking the world, being one of the best teams in the country. But they struggled with West Virginia, who seems to be a pretty good team this season. They already have that win over Nebraska. And if you were listening to Patreon, my preseason pick was Oklahoma State to win the conference. See if that rings true. I don't see Coach Fed, so we're going to go kick. All right, here we go. 0-0 in Stillwater. Quick touchdown for Oklahoma State. Couple of quick scores. 21-0 on your dome in that first quarter. They jump out to a quick start. Another long one. Here comes Arkansas. They got one back, but too much today from Oklahoma State. They are just dominating that first half. 42. Arkansas, I mean, this is tragic here. 49-20. The Pigs are dead. 52. And that we can just sim to the end of the game. 52-20. 59-20. Bang. Big time one for Coach Fed. 59-20. See how high he climbs in the rankings? And Tyreek Asher hits his prop in the first quarter, dude. Tyreek Asher is so good. He got 1, 2. He got a 78-yarder. He got a what? Unbelievable. Tyreek Asher is a beast. Stequavius Gates, 5 touchdowns. Rushing the ball, Huey Creed, who cares? They were cooking, and Gates got himself 2 scores. Tyreek Asher, 10 receptions, 198, 4 tutties. Just give him Team of the Year already. Give him the Balentikov. 59-20. Glad Coach Fed stuck with it, because now he's reaping the rewards. Deuce Withers gets 2 TFLs, couple of sacks here. interceptions. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interceptions. Okana got one, SFA player. 5 interceptions. I don't think we've seen that in quite a long time on a BearCave game. And Lance Porter, oh my God, dude. Chris Robinson, the sophomore, taking over for Ed Bradley, who went to Arkansas State. 5 interceptions before they finally benched him. Rushing the ball, not much. Alex Alford, 12 tackles. 3 sacks on the day. No interceptions. They were just getting cooked all day long. Give some nice pork sliders today after that one. Yeah, welcome back, Justin Blackman is right. Whew. Yeah, we got some blowouts going this week. Sorry, this was an interesting week for or this is always an interesting time for the SFA, around week 4 to like week 6, because you get these ghost games like in Arkansas and in Oklahoma State, that you have one legitimate contender and a pretender who's just had an easy schedule, right? So you get some of these blowouts as we start to really see who the contenders are, weed out, you know, the lower tier teams. All right, so moving on, we got BYU and Oregon. This was a fantastic watch party game last season. We'll see if it lives up to the hype today. Coach Ron or Coach Dave, if you're here, let me know. But this is a 5-point favorite for the Ducks, over under 42.5. And the line, Tyree Strider tackles. Will you get over or under 3.5? And it was a tough week last week for the Ducks. They came in as a 9-point favorite and completely choked to UNLV Southeastern with that pick over the middle. And Coach Dave wants the throwback uniform. So we'll see if they have a throwback here. I guess this is the one he's talking about. Probably not the Lewis and Clark ones. Yeah, these are the ones. All right. So 84 to 79. I don't think he's here, so we're going to go with the away team. We get to see the 5-star Shamar Winter SFA player for BYU. They no longer have Fidro Batista. Ooh, look at the defense here for BYU. One of the best in the country, at least on paper. See if they can contain Southeastern's. We got rain here in Eugene. You see Jace Fiker. 2 shutouts so far. Nice stat there for Coach Fi. Thank you. 2 shutouts. Interesting. So we'll see if BYU can do the same. Oregon has had struggles on the offensive side, so maybe not an easy matchup here for BYU. Maybe a good dog to pick. Remember, folks, we have a game day coming up after today. North Texas and UTSA. Speaking of pretenders. No, I don't think so. All right, so as always, heads and kick if you are not here. All right, here we go. 2 2-1 teams really could use a 3-1. 3-1 looks so much better in the bio than 2-2. 7-0 for Oregon. 14-0 Oregon. All right, so it looks like the defense was BS. 14-0 Oregon cooking. The Pac-12 is desperate for a saver at this point, as they are just continuing to just go downward in a downward spiral. But it's 21-0 here early on. Don't count out BYU, though, as we enter the 4th quarter. You can score a lot in a hurry. Are we going to see a shutout? No, we are not. All right, so remember, 2 scores. We can only jump in if it's 1 score. BYU needs a stop. Does not look like they're going to get it. They're just running it down their throat. Holy Toledo. I mean, they get the stop, but at what cost? They took, like, pretty much the entire quarter. We'll see if BYU can score here. 8 seconds left. They got to just throw it as long as they can. This is going to finish the game. 21-7 is the final here for Oregon. So we had an OK State cover. Now we get an Oregon cover. A lot of covers today now. Big time bounce back there for Oregon. So Southeastern, I mean, that's it. We take a look at the stats. Antonio McGee, he used to be their starter. Fijo Batista started for 2 seasons. Now he's back, putting up 40%. Shamar Winter couldn't really run much today, only 3.7 on the ground. Kalen Thrust, Reese Brewster, Deontay Lightfoot, all SFA players. A lot of tackles. No sacks. 1 interception for Raheem Azuna, SFA player. Couple of deflections. Forced fumble. Southeastern, bit of a bounce back day today, even though it's still pretty average. Adam Williams carried the rock today in the rain. And he also carried the rock in the receiving. Jace Fiker gets 3 for 22. 12 pancakes for the left tackle. Couple of TFLs. No sacks on either side today. Just a very bland game of football today. Tyree Strider, he only got 2 tackles today, so the prop goes on the underside. And they missed a field goal. 21-7 is your final. So Oregon wins. All right. So we continue on. We aren't even to an hour, and we're already almost to the end here at BearCave. We're just trucking along, and here we go. The real show has begun. Coach Zach, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. We've got Nebraska at UNLV. Nebraska start out the season on a high, upset in Tennessee, and then the 27-point comeback with 5 minutes left, and then they lost to West Virginia and went on a bye week. We'll see if the bye week helped them out a little bit. UNLV 3-1, also coming up off the upset of Oregon, so interesting game here. Tails and kick for Zach, so at least for jerseys. I know what Zach wants, but we want whiteout. Okay, whiteout for UNLV at home. Okay, and that means we'll do the... Cool, it will just let me do the black shirts. Cool. All right, so tails and kick for Nebraska. Here we go. Now, if you are betting on this one, this is a fun game to bet on. 10-point favorite for Nebraska. Over-under is 58.5. And Brett Brooks, total TDs, over-under 3.5. Oh, yeah, Coach Dave's announcement. Very even, though, so far for these teams on paper. So Nebraska was once a dream season turned into a nightmare. Can they wake up? 10-point favorites. They do not win the toss. Here we go. 7-0 Nebraska. Can they hang on to this lead? No, they cannot. 14-7. And it's tied. Another blown lead for Nebraska. 14-14. Oh, God. No. No. UNLV leads at half. No. Nebraska, please. I can't take another week of Brett Brooks. Nebraska. No! Nebraska, come on! Oh my god. Nebraska, what are you doing? 30? What? They're down 10! Please, please. Okay, they get one back. Oh my god. Oh, and was that an interception or what was that? No, it's fourth down. Going one play at a time. Here we go. Going backwards, of course. Oh my god. 4th and 21. What are you doing? They have to punt it away. Please. Please get a stop. Please get a stop. Yes, they do. Okay. So they punt it here. Here we go. Down 3, and they're at the 2! Oh, Nebraska has to go 98 yards. Julius Swain. Oh, he almost got it. He almost got sacked. Please. All right, they get out a little bit here. Still have 3 timeouts. Plenty of time. Just need to hit Arian Green Davis down the sideline. Swain. He is going to throw that. He hits him. Oh, there he goes. Kitty, get away. Arian Green Davis, 53. They listened to me in the booth. Nebraska is cooking. Julius Swain, floaty. Bang! First down. Oh, baby, empty now for Julius Swain. 1st and 10. That's short. Hits his man and gets about 4. Already probably fringe field goal range here for the Cornhuskers. You know, in the sim and, you know, BearCave, you also have, you know, the NCAA 14, I guess, script a little baked in. But when you watch live, that's when ratings really matter. So this is where Nebraska probably is a lot better. They're going to do the bubble screen to Washiko. And if you hear the PA announcer said that was incomplete, but Washiko caught that. 3rd and 2 now. Under a minute. Watch out for the run from Adams, as there's only 2 or 3 down linemen. They're going to throw this. Easy money to Adams. 46 seconds left. Can Nebraska break through? Get their confidence back. 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to Adams, and he goes nowhere. UNLV's starting to call some timeouts. Nebraska still has all of them. So UNLV, I guess, wants the ball back here. Under center, 2 tight ends. Swain. Deep drop. They contain the blitz. He rolls right. Nobody in sight. He's going to get sacked. Ball! Whoa! Are you sure that was not a fumble? That looked like a fumble from up here. They call it incomplete. Oh my god. I guess the ball went off the helmet or something. 3rd and 9. Swain. It's going to be a screen. Oh no. Throw it! Swain, throw it. And he gets sacked. 4th down. So Nebraska has to bring out the field goal team to try and tie this game up. So from right hash, about a 33, 34-yarder. The kick is up, and it is good for Nebraska. All right, 17 seconds left for UNLV at home. We'll see if Brett Brooks has any regulation magic. All right, so they are going to run it. Oh, great tackle there. 14 seconds left. Nebraska 31, UNLV 31. What a game. Looks like we're going to have, at the very least, a no cover. So 14 points, Brett Brooks. And they're just comfortable going to OT here. Interesting choice from Coach Cryo. I guess they're confident in their offense. I don't know, man. I would have tried something at least. All right, Zach. Let me know. Heads or tails, offense or defense. Tails, defense. All right. And Nebraska wins the toss. Here we go. So we're going to see UNLV first. Brett Brooks and company. DeMarcus McKenzie in the backfield. See what this team is really about. They took Georgia Tech to the wire. They beat Oregon. Now they're taking Nebraska to the wire. Nice stop there from Quentin Appleby, SFA corner. This is a defense littered with SFA talent. This is almost a dream team of SFA talent. There's no reason they should have given up 31 to Brett Brooks. 2nd and 10. And McKenzie is going to run it again. He only gets 3. 3rd and 7. Looking good so far here for Nebraska. Honestly, for Nebraska, 2-2 would be like winning the Super Bowl at this point. They just will do anything for one win. Brooks is going to throw it deep. And it's intercepted! Going the other way! What a pick! Got his head around. I don't know who number 27 is. So any score now for Nebraska will win them this game. Swaney's going to throw it. He floats. That's a catch. Bobby Williams. Brett Brooks throws the game away. He had a field goal. Offset eye for Nebraska. Any score wins a handoff to Adams. He tries to find the outside. And he cuts in. And he gets one. Brandon Adams. He had a fantastic game day up until, obviously, the last 5 minutes against Coastal. 2nd and 9. Can still get a first down without a touchdown. Empty now for Swain. Baldo Kingsbury, short side. He spins. He can't get through. Steps up, short. Arian Davis. And he only gets 3. You got to be careful, Swain. You're in field goal range. All you need is a field goal. No need to go crazy here. Pistol. 3rd and 6. Swain. Steps up. Swain. To the end zone. Touchdown, Casey Colvin. The tight end walks it off. Nebraska wins. They get it done. Congratulations, Coach Zach. You are back. What a game. That Arian Green Davis wheel route. And you know why? Nebraska won this game. You want to know why? Coach Zach, he made the decision to put Arian Green Davis in the slot. Big brain play there from Coach Zach. That's what won you this game. If you don't put him in the slot, there's no way Bobby Williams is fast enough to get that kind of separation. So no pie to the face here for Coach Zach, unfortunately. The cream pie will wait. I totally forgot about that bet, too. That was risky. Zach was already on Yelp looking for a pie shop. Late last night, Zach said if he loses, he'll pie himself. All right, so scoring summary here. Nebraska, couple of quick starts. DeMarcus McKenzie returns a kickoff, because of course he does. Washiko Johnson, 6-yard tutty. Washiko got 2 touchdowns. Got to see who got that interception, though, for Nebraska. I didn't recognize the number off rip, but Julius Swain, 346, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He needs to get rid of the ball faster, man. He held on it way too long there. Brandon Adams, only 44 yards on the ground. Maurice Smith got it done, the backup, so Adams probably left the game for a little bit. Aaron Green Davis, 111. Washiko, 98 and 2 tutties. And look at all the pancakes. Malaholo, Willingham. Guys are cooking here. Doug Duthie, the backup D tackle, actually got 9 tackles. That's interesting. Where is Ping Mayorga? Is he hurt? Maybe he's hurt. No, he only got 3. But Doug Duthie, legacy game, I guess. Couple of sacks here. Interception was Jarrett Holmes, the redshirt sophomore, cooking. 6'3", 176. Bang. Chase Boggs. Ping Mayorga got himself a fumble as well. And as we look at UNLV, Brett Brooks, 19 of 38, 267, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. DeMarcus McKenzie, 98. He got 2 touchdowns and that kick return. James Walker. And on defense, Ubaldo Kingsbury, 10 tackles, 4 TFLs. He was a monster there on the right side. 2 sacks, though, for Moses and Robertson. A couple of interceptions and a couple deflections. No fumbles. But Nebraska somehow got it done. All right, one more game here on BearCave, and it is the biggest game of the week. As you guys know, made a rule like 3 or 4 seasons ago where you can only get 1 game, or we actually made this rule like maybe 6 or 7 seasons ago. But you only get 1 game day before week 10. That's when you can start doubling up, because we kept just going to the same teams every single week. And then by the time we were at the end of the season, we didn't really know who was good, who wasn't. So we want to see a bunch of teams throughout the country, even if that means missing some great games, putting them on BearCave. So these are only 2 games left. Make sure everything else is simmed. Yes, it is. And here we go. We've got Maryland and Michigan, number 3 taking on number 12. So, Coach Papa, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive if you are here. Let me get the prediction going for you guys. Get those Bobinos ready. So we'll start a prediction. Who wins? Do you have Maryland continuing their dominance despite some injuries, or do you have Coach Mango getting his first signature win as a Wolverine? So you guys got a minute on this one. Number 3 versus number 12. Tails and kick. Cool. All right. So before we get into it, get those Bobinos going. But this game, it is a push game. So push on BearCave, push here. Over-under is 51.5. And we're looking at Renner Hornbeak. Will he get a sack today? The right outside linebacker. Remember, there is no Tank Brinks on that left side. They don't have Pearson, their top receiving target. So Maryland a little hurt right now. This game very well could end up deciding the division, as Maryland, Michigan, and Ohio State all very neck and neck in that conference this season. So waiting, it looks very 50-50, maybe a little bit more money towards Maryland. Dogwater going all in on the mitt. 10K on the Turtles. All right, here we go. Big time game. But Maryland got the revenge on LSU, who seems to be a very good team in the New Heights Classic. So, see if Maryland can continue it. We are here in the big house, Ann Arbor, Michigan. We got Maryland, Jerry Schmierman at the helm. Coach Mango making his debut season here in the maize and blue. Michigan Stadium. Here we go. He wants tails and he wants kick. Roach, one of the leading cornerbacks in interceptions this season so far. First quarter. Michigan scores first. Michigan scores again. 10-0 Wolverines here at home. Maryland responds. Maryland takes the lead. Michigan takes the lead. Michigan goes up 10. Maryland comes back. Michigan goes back up 10. Oh, they go up 17. Oh, Maryland, you're on the brink of disaster. They have not lost a regular season game since season 13. And an interception from Schmierman. This could be the end of the Papa Smoke reign. They're down 10. We're going to go one play at a time. They need to stop desperately. They aren't getting it. They need to stop. Remember, we can't jump in. They missed the field goal. 47. They need to score instantly. We need a big play. Bryson Warden, where are you? No, a fumble, and that's going to do it. Michigan, they're going to win the game. 38-28, the upset in the big house. Maryland takes their first regular season loss since season 13. Coach Mango on top of the world. Massive win for Michigan. This is the team who's had the team, but they've just had quarterback injury struggles for the better part of 2 years. This is a good team. Bryson Warden couldn't quite bring him back. And now Maryland's the one with the injury problems is Jerry Schmierman, 25 of 40, 344, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Run the ball, Brent Jackson, 83. Bryson Warden, 98. Andy Newton, SFA player from Tulane, had a great day. Wigglesworth, Patrick Ingram, Yamari Ono, a couple of TFLs for Ferris Butter, the speedy interior lineman. No interceptions for this defense, couple of deflections, and no fumbles. So no turnovers, no extracurriculars. Michigan, James Love, the redshirt sophomore, 11 for 25. Just a very regular day, and they just rammed it down their throat. Greg Rogers, third, oh my. 163 right on your dome. Dylan Hart, the transfer from Ohio State. Renner Hornbeak, he got a sack! Oh, baby, the 450. The prop bet pays out. The 450 hits. Bang! All right, 2 sacks on the day. Interception for Derek O'Donnell. Couple of, 3 fumbles on the day. Cassius Dreyer getting involved there. And that's going to do it. So big splash win here for Michigan. How high will they climb and how far will Maryland fall in the polls? Oh, baby, that's a big one. All right, folks, as we get ready to end BearCave today, we always, as always, is tradition. We're going to take a look at next week's matchups for you. So Michigan gets the win. Interesting day. All right, remember, guys, I'm going to take about a 5-minute break after this, and then we'll hop back in for game day between UTSA and North Texas. But first, let's take a look. Next week, Virginia got an upset win today over Clemson. Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Washington, Boise, Tennessee, Auburn very well could be game day. That is a big one. Nebraska, Arkansas. Miami, Florida State, that will for sure at least be on BearCave if it's not game day. 0-4 versus 5-0 is hilarious. 3-1 versus 3-1, rematch of the Big Ten Championship. Iowa State, Missouri, another massive clash. Holy smokes, this is a big-time week. This is a banger of a week for sure. Oregon State, Alabama could be fun. Ohio Central, Michigan will be fun. Florida, LSU, another big one. So some big clashes here. North Texas gets really their first test. Charlotte. Ooh, UCF and Coastal. We got some fun games on tap. Kansas State, how about Kansas State? 3-1. Wait, Yui, who are you facing? wait, who's Yui facing? It's Army. Army sucks this season. All right, with that, I'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching, for supporting. Really having fun in Season 15, and cannot wait for next season as well on the new game, hopefully. Be back here in about 5 to 10 minutes. Peace.